Hi, welcome to our core training video. A lot of people ask me how I keep this slim, trim stomach. Just kidding, but core is very important. It's important in sports, especially powerlifting, which I do. It's important in our lives on a daily basis. Many people consider core training our abs or obliques, lower back. I actually include the hips because they work as stabilizers on a lot of the exercises. And so we need to include them in this package. And since we're shooting this in one session, we're going to get somewhere between 50 and 60 exercises in here. I'll be using lighter weights and doing fewer repetitions than I would in a workout. I also have a damaged left bicep, so it limits me from doing some of the crawling stuff as well as I'd like to. I can still do rollouts. So I'm going to skip a few that I would have to walk on my arms, on my hands to do stuff with. So I'll drop those. And remember, form varies from flexibility to age to strength. And so some of the stuff I'll be probably not as good or look as good as I could when I was younger, but you still get the same benefit from these exercises. So let's move on and get started.
Okay.
All right, we're going to start with the ab dolly. You see these on TV probably. I think they're a great exercise. So the first thing we're going to do is just a basic ab dolly rollout, which is hands on the platform, our arms on the platform, hands on the handle, just roll out and back. Another way to do this would be to grab the handles, lay it out, and then another way would be hands on top of the platform. Another way to do this would be to roll out at an angle. So roll out, take it to this side. Roll out, take it to this. So that's going to be our rollouts, and let's move on.
Go ahead.
All right, now we're going to do ab dolly with our knees on the ab dolly, hands on the pad. And different ways we can do this is just a regular layout. Or we can get to a more extreme layout. Or we can do what they call the W, which is to the left, bring it back in, down to the right, back in. A great oblique workout, as well as the abs. Back set up on here. Time. So that's things we can do with our knees on here, and so we can also, another way of doing this would be to have our knees on here. We'll kick back a little bit, and we're going to use an ab roller. Now I can go this way and pull it out, or you can set on here. I can go all the way back with it. Lay it out. See how unstable this is as this wobbles a lot. So these are the things we do on the ab dolly. We can do 2 ab dollies and use a hand on each one. So let's move on.
Go for it.
All right. So we're going to do some kettlebell exercises. Some of these I've never seen before, so I like to think that I made them up, but I'm sure somebody's done them somewhere. First one we're going to do is a single leg raise. Looks like this. And then we're gonna switch feet. Put the other one in. Keep our legs flat. Same thing. And as far as you stretch up, as long as you open up the kettlebell in yourself, works. So we do a few different ways. So I'm going to switch to the 10-pound kettlebells instead of the 15. So we'll do a double. And when you go heavy enough on this, you have to have either somebody really strong behind you you can grab onto to anchor to, or I'm going to use a power bag. And so we get these on our feet. And push away over here. So get here a little bit more. So like this. Sometimes we'd be strong enough we can come down here and do it. But you can see it lifts your hip off the ground a little bit. So that's a double. Next one we're going to do, we're going to move some of these out of the way a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a side raise with one. So it would look like this. We'll do the other side. Look like this. Now, we're going to take both of them again. What we're going to do is, we're going to do a side move. So now I can do these like this, but I'm going to do them double. That's a down dog can also do a knee ups with them. So we take them up here. And I can do bicycles with them. And they look like this. Forward and backwards. And now we're going to move on. And we're going to do over and unders. And they look like this. All right, we're going to move on to the next group.
Okay.
All right, the next one we're going to do is called a get up, sit up. So we're going to hold this here, and we sit up. And then we're going to could also do this doubles, and they look like this. So those are double. We can also do alternating. And then the next one we're going to do is called a U sit-up. And it looks like this. Or rocky sit-up. They call it the turns. A little more. That looks like this. You see how hard that is. So try that one. A little lighter on this one. So, why do you want to bring me up? Smaller kettlebell over there? Nope, I'll run you back there. Yep. A lot of this is just getting tired from doing all this. So, close like this. This. Very difficult. Usually I'll use the heavier one. Hard when your feet can rock. I usually have to hold my feet when I do it. But that's called a U sit-up, going from this side to this side to this side, back and forth. Very challenging on the abs. And so that would be another one of the more challenging kettlebell sit-ups. And then the other one would be a kettlebell punch. And that is hit me here. Just a quick punch, 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 into a crunch, punch. You can't sit up all the way, but I found when we do that, we tend to let the kettlebells too much of that. Instead of just punching it. We can do one at a time. At one time I can use an anchor here so I can get a little bit better punch. We can do alternating, or we can do doubles. So that's called a punch crunch. And so we're going to do one more here. This is done with hip and abs. I'm going to do one side because my shoulder on the other side won't take the pain, but it's coming into almost like a Turkish get-up. Coming up on the elbow. And then we're going to drive the body up. So it's going to look like this as I get up. I'm going to try to elbow. And so it'll look like this. And it's very, we call it, very difficult to go all the way up. All right, we're going to move forward. Next what we're going to do is a Russian twist. Basically here, to here, here, here. And we can touch it, it's even better. With the heavier one, sometimes we can get our feet up and go because it anchors us with the weight staying here. The lighter ones tend to fall backwards on. So we're going to move over to some standing ones that we do with the kettlebell. So we're going to move over to here. Now what I do here is I anchor myself, and these are ones we actually designed for hip strength, but plenty of ab work gets done on them also. And so first one we're going to do is just raising it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, which is the other side. And then we do it back and forth. Up, so now I'm going to go all the way since this one's a hit, so I could just change position, but I'm going to stay in this position for this time. Alright, the next one we're going to do is a bicycle, standing bicycle this time. So it looks like this. That's the backward bicycle. The forward bicycle looks like this. Get working the rear end on this one. Core, hips, and even the front of the calves. You have to keep your toes pointed to keep from having that get away from you. So that's one that we do. Then we're going to do a regular here. It's just a twist. So it's good. And then I'm going to add a little bit more weight to this one. We're going to use 2 kettlebells. And what we're going to do is a side gun. And what you see most people do when they side gun, but you were using doubles, is down to this side, this side, this side, this side, this side. That's okay, but it's only working part of the oblique. So we do a 3-way. Our first one will be side to side. Then we'll move it to the front. And we're going to do one at a time. So go to the front. Keep them even here, so to the other side. Right over the top of the kneecap, just to the inside of the kneecap. Then we're going to go to the back. Back to the knee. Same on the other side. And that is the standing one, so let's move on. Alright, now we're going to move on with a couple more standing ones on the mat here. using lighter kettlebells. One to be an overhead, side to side. Now I could do this with just one, by the horns up high. And then another one that I like to do is a circle with it. And then a hang, let the hang behind me, punch, a standing punch. All right. One more kettlebell one, and then we're going to move to the Bosu. And the last kettlebell one that we're going to do is out of the Bosu. So it's going to look like this. I'll move this a little bit forward here. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to get seated at the base. It's almost like a stiff arm pull over, except I'm going to let my whole body stretch out here. So over here, looks like this. So you see a lot of the balancing on here, or how far back I can go and how straight I can go, depends on back flexibility. And over the years of powerlifting, I've lost a lot of that in my back. Still pretty good for my age, but I'd like to have it be better. So do a few on the Bosu here. First one, and a lot of Bosu is just getting the balance right. And you'll see that I'll probably rock all over the place on some of them. But the first one is just a Superman, which is we'll do this as long as we can. That'd be number one. Number two, be a upside down Superman. And this is a little more hard to get the place of it down. Just like this. And then the last one would be a side Superman, which is a lot of balance both this way and rocking this way. So it's hard to get the position, hard to hold it when you do get the position. Good for the core though. You see how hard this is to hold different positions. The other side. A lot of us getting centered right. I'm going to rush through these, so not quite centered which I like. Do what's the same. All right, let's move on.